Hey guys, it's Nick. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's keeping safe and keeping well. As promised, I'm doing a little Q&A video for you guys today. I'm in the John Deere. I'm just taking some muck over to farm 2. Just some stuff we cleared up from an area in one of the grass fields where I fed the ewes over winter. So I'm just taking that over to farm 2. So I thought I'd do the Q&A from the tractor cab. It's a bit more interesting than sitting in the office. So yeah, big thanks to everybody who sent some questions in. I've had quite a few actually, and again a big thank you for helping me get to 2,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into it. I've got the questions stuck down here. I wrote them out, stuck them down here near the steering wheel. So the first question is, this was sent to me by Henry Gooch. I will just say Henry has his own farming YouTube channel as well, Henry Gooch Farming Photography. Go and check his channel out, it's very, very good. Henry has asked me what my favourite classic, vintage and modern tractor is. Now that is a tricky question. Let's start with the classic then. Well, as you guys know, we've got a couple of old Fords on the farm, so I'm going to have to say a Ford tractor, possibly the 8210. We don't have our 8210 anymore, but if I had to pick one, it would be the 8210. So let's say my favourite classic tractor, a Ford 8210. Favourite vintage tractor? Well, it's got to be a Fordson Major. I've actually got a Fordson Major. It does run, just a couple of bits need doing to it, sort of an ongoing project. But that's good fun to drive around. So yeah, for my favourite vintage tractor, I'm going to have to say Fordson Major. Oh, there's another tractor here, I'll just let him cross. And as far as my favourite modern tractor goes, wow, that really is a tricky one. Obviously I'm a big fan of this John Deere. We've got the 8270R. To be fair, I haven't actually driven that many modern tractors. As you all know, I'm interested in the Case Pumas, and I did test drive one of those a week or two ago. But no, that's a tricky question. Favourite modern tractor? Let's just say this one, the 8270R. I get on very, very well with this tractor. Does all the drilling and all the big field work jobs. So yeah, let's say John Deere 8270R for my favourite modern tractor. So Henry has also asked me who are my top 5 favourite farming YouTubers. Again, a tricky question. Off the top of my head, Dale Farm, that's Joanna up in the Peak District. She does videos around her farm, cattle and sheep. They're really, really good videos. So yeah, Dale Farm, JCB Agri, another brilliant channel, go check that one out. It's a Farming Life for me, Andy, he does some cracking videos. Yeah, really, really good videos. The Hay Team TV. Go and check out the Hay Team TV if you don't know them. Justin and Adam, down in Devon. They do some cracking videos. You probably know they did the Lockdown Country Show on YouTube a week or so ago. So yeah, go check those guys out. One more then. There are loads, and I feel bad missing anybody out. I'm going to say Farmer P. Really, really enjoy Farmer P's channel. He actually gave me a shout out quite early on as well. Gave my channel a bit of a boost. So yeah, big shout out to Farmer P. So there you go. There's 5. I'll put a link to all these channels in the description below, so you can go and check them out for yourselves. That was a tricky one. There are so many good YouTubers out there. This road is a bugger to cross. So another question I've been asked is, would we buy a new tractor for the farm? I have mentioned before that we are sort of half looking for something along the 150 horsepower mark, something that can sort of take over from what the old Fords are doing, let those finally have a retirement. And that leads me on to another question. Somebody said, would we buy a Case Puma? I think I've made it quite clear, that I'm quite keen on the idea of a Case Puma. Like I said, I've test driven one a couple of weeks ago. and we're planning on having one on demo as well in the summer. So we'll have to see. We're half looking. You know, the situation has to be right, but if we were, I think sort of Case is probably the way to go. Our dealership, they've just taken on the Case dealership this year, so, and they're only just down the road, so it makes sense if we did look at anything new for it to be something red. So someone else has asked, if we bought a tractor, would we trade one in? I think this time around the answer is probably no. Reason being is any tractor we bought would be to sort of take over the jobs that the Ford tractors do, and we'll probably hold on to those for nostalgia's sake, to be honest. We have got the Fastrac, which does all the spraying and spreading, so in a way it would be nice to think anything we did buy could do those jobs as well. But for now, the Fastrac sort of, it makes such a good spraying tractor, it'd be a shame to think about getting rid of that anytime soon. But who knows? You know, plans change. Would I ever do a live video? Yes, definitely. I'm keen to do that. I think this summer, maybe at harvest time, we'll do a live video from the tractor cab or the combine cab. Show you guys stuff happening in real time. That'll be really fun. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I'll definitely be doing a live video at least once this summer. Who does the combining? That job is shared between me and Dad. Obviously it's just the two of us on the farm, so it's one of us combining, one of us carting. So yeah, that's a shared job, that one. Someone's asked me if we've ever considered a Polaris instead of our John Deere Gator. Well, the reason we went for John Deere Gator was, well, the dealership was so close, and we got a good deal. I mean, I know there are faster options out there and possibly more comfortable options out there, but we get on so well with our Gator. We've had it 6 years now that I'm not in any rush to change that at all. Really good bit of kit. In fact, it's my favourite bit of kit we've got on the farm. I use it every day, it goes everywhere, so yeah, no, not thinking of changing that anytime soon. Will we see any more of your family in videos? Yes, certainly hope so. You've all seen Dad, he's been in a few videos. Hoping to get more of the family involved, especially the missus. So yeah, all I can say is I hope so, and well, I'm sure it'll happen as we move forward. I really enjoy making videos, and yeah, it'd just be really good to get a few more members of the family involved. What's my favourite aspect of the farming calendar? Tricky one. Very tricky one. These questions are difficult. Well, what I like about farming is no day is the same. You know, there's always something different to do. But if I really had to choose, well, it would be a tough one. I'd have to say, favourite aspects of the farming calendar is joint between harvest time and lambing time. What tractor has made the biggest impression on me growing up? Another tricky question. Well, actually, it's probably not that tricky. Actually, I think the answer would be the Fordson 7710. I think it was one of the first tractors I drove on the farm, and I think that's a tractor that sort of made me think, yeah, I want to drive tractors, I want to be a farmer. So yeah, the Fordson 7710 made the biggest impression on me growing up. That was a good question. Lots of video questions as well. Someone's asked if we'll do a video on the transport side of the farm. Yes, we'll do that. Me and Dad did a video a few weeks ago on the history of our kit. There will be a second part to that video coming up soon, and we'll talk, well, we're going to talk about the combines a little bit in that one, but we'll also mention the lorries as well, so look out for that one. Another video request is the grain dryer and crop storage. Well, obviously with harvest coming up, there'll be plenty of opportunity for you guys to see the grain dryer in operation. And will I ever do a farm tour video? Again, yes, that's one of the ones on my list that I'm planning on doing, so again, look out for that one. I think my favourite question that was sent to me was, who flies the drone when I'm driving the tractors? I fly it myself, basically. Well, I don't. I do and I don't. I control it, but I bought a drone that can follow the tractor. So I sort of set it up to follow an object. In my case, a tractor, and yeah, it just follows me. So I don't really have to do too much. It's quite easy. What's more comfortable? The John Deere. I'm guessing this one. It's the only John Deere we have, really. What's more comfortable, the John Deere or the Fastrac? They're both equally comfortable. They've both got cap suspension, and they both give a very good ride. So yeah, they tie on that one. What do I listen to in the tractor cab? To be honest, I don't really listen to that much radio. Occasionally Radio 4, but normally I just plug my own music in, you know, Bluetooth or auxiliary cable. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks as well. When you're spending long days in the tractor, it's I quite like listening to people talking, and I do like reading, even though I don't get much time to do it. So yeah, I do listen to audiobooks and music is my answer to that one. What do we do with the straw at harvest time? Well, most of the time we chop it, we spread it back onto the field, you know, sort of incorporate it back onto the ground, so it gets cultivated back into the soil. Lots of benefits to doing that. We will probably bale a few acres this year, just so we've got some in stock for animal bedding, feed, etc. But most of the time we just chop it, which takes a bit of setting up. We've got a 35-foot header on the combine, so you've got to get the settings right. It's a lot of straw, a lot of material to sort through, but that's normally what we do. What would be your dream tractor on the farm? Easy, but they don't exist. A brand new 2020 model, 300 horsepower Ford tractor. They did say dream tractor, so I think I can get away with saying that. If only. Do I know any other farming YouTube channels nearby? No, I really don't. I'm not sure of anybody local who's doing this as well. Obviously there's plenty of farming YouTubers out there, but none in this area that I'm aware of. Do I play Farming Simulator? I can honestly say that I've never once played Farming Simulator. I don't really have that much time for computer games. What other interests do I have? Music. I play guitar. I actually built a recording studio on the farm. I probably will show you guys that at some point. Just check it's all come out. So the last question on my list, what's your favourite and least favourite part of farming? Another tricky question. For being honest, my least favourite job is probably the spraying. I mean, we've got a nice little spraying setup with the Fastrac, but working with the chemicals and sorting out the mixes and rates and all of that, yeah, that's probably my least favourite job. My favourite part is probably a combination or a tie with combining and sort of any field work there is to do with the old Ford tractors. I'll happily spend a long day in one of the old Fords, sort of in my element, doing that. So that's all the questions I wrote down. I'm sorry if there are some questions I didn't answer that you guys sent in, but please feel free to drop me a comment or send me a message on social media. I do try and reply to most comments and messages, so yeah, feel free to drop me a line. The links for my social media pages are in the description below, along with farming YouTubers that I mentioned as well. They all do a fantastic job. And yeah, just go and check them out. Go and see what everybody else is up to, because everybody does something different. That's what I like about this, seeing what everybody's doing differently around the country on their farms. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to head back to the main yard now. Starting to rain actually a little bit, so got a couple of jobs in the workshop this afternoon, so if it does rain a little bit, at least I can do something inside. So yeah, cheers for watching everybody. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.